somehow might escape.
Somehow might escape. Somehow might escape. Somehow might escape. Somehow might escape. Somehow might escape. Somehow might escape. Somehow might escape. Somehow might escape.
When the psychiatrist gave me my diagnosis, I felt like an ice cream. I don't mean I felt like eating an ice cream. I wasn't about to neck it off with a knobbly bobbly. It was just like I melted with relief. Suddenly it all made sense. There was something actually wrong with me, like properly wrong. I wasn't just showing off, or being a bitch, or being a #1 arsehole. I always felt weird. Like, everybody got it but me, the world, that is. Everybody understood the world, and it was like I was constantly swimming against the tide. Once, when I was absolutely off my tits on acid, my mate Kaylee was tripping as well. She looks at me and she goes,
"Oh my God."
And I look at her and I'm like, what? And she goes white as a sheet and says,
I just felt like you for a second.
and I laughed and I said, so what does it feel like? Me. And she whispered, quiet as a ghost.
Awful. You feel awful.
So yeah, when the psychiatrist gave me my diagnosis, I felt relieved. I said, okay, what can you give me? Stack 'em up, pile 'em all, and I'll start popping 'em. Let's get this beast under control. But the doctor looked at me and said, no. That's not how we treat personality disorder. There's a program. And I thought, oh, shit.
I know I fucked up, Danny. I know I did. You said it and I panicked. But then, when I was on the other side of the door, I thought to myself, Luke, you absolute idiot. Don't leave him. Get back in there. Hug him, but I was scared that I'd get it wrong. Say the wrong thing because I didn't know what to say. So I didn't. But I wish I had done. I really wish I had done. Just thought today, just wanted to check really. And it is fine to say no, just in case. Wondered if we could maybe sort of, give it another go. Because I'd really love that, to be honest. Don't say no yet. Not yet. Just give me a minute. Because there's some stuff that I should have ages ago, and I didn't.
It's just a hashtag. It is just a hashtag.
that says open door. That's all it is. And that's all I've done. I mean, I've used that hashtag. I've shared that hashtag, and that's it. And all it means, well, all it means is that we understand if people feel scared, that they might feel trapped and hurt, and they might not be able to get home, and so we're saying to them, come to our house. We'll look after you. You will be safe. There is nothing to be afraid of. That's all it is.
So I found out that my mum was dead on Twitter, which wasn't great, you know. It was 10:30 on a Friday morning, and I was printing up some paperwork for a client workshop at 11. And out of nowhere, there was just this massive bang. It wasn't even like a sound, it was just this pure violence. And I guess I must have been knocked down by the blast, because the next thing I know, I'm on the floor. So I got up. And I was deaf. It was like my ears were underwater. And I look up, and all the windows were shattered. And there were people running around, screaming, covered in blood, because of all the broken glass. And there was this one woman. She was screaming so loudly. So me and this other girl tried to calm her down, but it wasn't working in the slightest. Because everybody just wanted to get the fuck out of there, run for the hills. But there was this facilities guy, and he kept on saying, stay where you are, it's not safe out there. And part of me was like, fuck that. Who listens to the facilities guy? I mean, wearing a Dago fucking tabard doesn't make you the king of the world, you pompous megalomaniac fuckstick cunt! But a part of me knew that he was right, so I brushed up all the broken glass off my desk. And I did those breathing exercises for my yoga class, but they weren't working in the slightest. So I did what millions of other people are probably doing at that exact moment. And I googled explosion London. And probably within 2 seconds, this photo popped up of this woman lying face down on the ground in a pool of... She was in a really bad way. I mean, the bottom half of her body was completely gone. Sorry. That was 5 minutes after it happened. And I just remember all of the hair on my arms standing up, because I was just like, it fucking can't be. But I knew that it was. And my first reaction, it wasn't grief. It was disgust. And I'm so incredibly ashamed of that. Thinking that about my mum.
Can I say something about the cat?
Yeah. That's about right. And Rhoda, you know, I mean no disrespect, but this is total shit. Don't give up. Hey there, this isn't inspirational, it's suicidal. If you took that jump, I'm writing another sympathy card for the cat. That's the last thing I wanted to be doing with my life. It's bad enough we are writing this for people. Because we are liars, that's what we do here. Why can't we level with people? At least stop feeding them nonsense and think about it. Why do people even buy this stuff? There's paper and pen for that? Because they can't say how they feel. They can't say how they actually feel, or they are afraid to. And we're providing this service that let them get away with that. I say to hell with it. I mean, seriously, let's look at this one with all the hearts. Happy Valentine's Day, sweetheart. I love you. That's nice. Mr. Vance, if someone give me this, I'll eat it. It's this card. So this greeting card, this pop song, this movies, they are responsible for all the lies. For all the heartache, for everything. We are responsible. We make crab here. It's all crab. We make and paddle crab here. And sometimes people believe in this crap. I just can't do it anymore. Mr. Vance, there's enough bullshit in this world without my help. I quit.
The thing is, I really do love you. Do you get that? That I find it almost impossible to live like this. I feel like I can't breathe most of the time. It's physically painful a lot of the time when we have friends over and I hold champagne and I go to bed after and pretend that I'm sleeping. And I do that every single day, even though it makes my skin itch. And in a way, you can get away with loving me less. Because you genuinely enjoy a sofa. And I know that sounds elitist and a bit cunty and I sound like a narcissistic prick, but there are cheerful people who sit all day and watch TV and love it. You're never happier than in the exotic foods aisle at Waitrose, selecting a new selection of snacky nuts, and sometimes I stand there with the trolley and feel like I'm dissolving inside, just watching your capacity for happiness. And in me, for some reason, doesn't stop this constant need for something bigger all the time. I want all. I feel like I need blood, and anything less than that makes me feel desperate. It makes me feel like I want to die. Either I feel real, but I'm living in a world of cartoons, or you and the world are real, and I feel like I go see-through. But it's not like that for you. You're snacky nuts. You're perfectly happy in the world as it is. And it hurts to watch because I want to be like that so badly that it actually hurts to watch you smiling so much over those snacky nuts.
A chat. Do you know how much pain you have caused me? Do you know how much pain you and your family have caused me and my family? Do you? Look, 2 new teeth. Had to get them replaced after your brother knocked them out with a dog chain. I can't keep my dinner down most days. The only thing I can eat without feeling sick is Twix. Twix. Tally's favorite. And I feel so ugly inside myself. You know when you have an apple and most of it's okay, but part of it's brown and rotten. So you just cut that bit out and then you can eat the rest. Well, that's what I'd like to do. There's a part of my body that's rotten, and I want to cut it out, but I can't. And my dreams, my fucking dreams. I dream about Daddy's face, and your face. I dream about your brother wearing my daddy's clothes. I dream Tally's out my window. I dream I wake up in your bed and I'm covered in blood.
I sent you letters. I didn't have your number. I would have texted. It felt weird, posh-like, sending you letters. I put, dear Mum. I think if it was a text, I think I would have put, all right, or something like that. But with letters, it's weird, isn't it? Did you get them? I never knew, so I just kept writing them. It's like on them shows when they get lost family together, they say that, don't they? They say, for years I got your birthday card, and then they come out with a big pile of cards and gifts and stuff, and when is your birthday? I was just thinking, I don't actually know when your birthday is. I know it's sometime March, but I don't know exactly when. Because we could do something, couldn't we? We could do something nice. Did you get the letters?
So, I come out the tube station, turn left, stop at a shop at the corner of Kenway Road. I got him his whiskey. There's a type of whiskey that he likes. Mary, she asked me to pick it up for him when she was away. Anyway, I'm getting round there, and I'm expecting him to be on his own. But then she answers the door, Mary, and I'm like, talk about a wasted journey and all that, like feed your own flaming cat, you know what I mean? Get your own fucking whiskey, what did you last so die of? But, none of this matters. Because the thing is, well, Mary, the face. It was all blown up. It was blue, and it was fat. He'd gone and been a right fucking up. Oh, but let's talk about it. It's all Mary. She's like, oh, come inside. So we do, we go inside. And, oh, God, he's just sitting there. Where he usually sits. They've been watching the football, like fucking nothing has happened. And all he says is, did you get it? Meaning the whiskey. And all I do is, because I'm so angry and still in shock, all I fucking do is nod. Like a bloody idiot. Well, he says, Mary's going to bed in a bit, aren't you, Mary? He's not asking her, he's telling her. Get us a couple of glasses and we'll have a few. So Mary does what she's told. And I go into the kitchen and I'm looking around. And I think, oh God, like I think like I'm not having this, you know? And that's my sister. So, I'm looking around and I reach on top of the fridge and I pull down the poison, the rat poison. Pour myself a glass of whiskey, top the bottle back up with the poison, slosh it around a bit and take it through.
I think death is quite frightening to people. It's the thing people are afraid of the most. But for some, it's relief. They're ready. They're in so much pain. They're so tired that they want to go. But some just sleep into it, just disappear. That's what I want. Something quick. Thought about it a lot, how I would want to die. Not on accident, because that's way too messy. There'll be blame, other people involved. Sounds very morbid. I'm not obsessed with death. I work in hospice. It's busy, never stops, always full, oversubscribed. At least 15 deaths a month
someone when they die. Or once they've gone, once they've stopped suffering. Then you're there with the ones that have been left behind, and if there's one thing I've learned, you have to make your peace before it's too late. You've got to deal with your shit. This is your life. This one. Not some practice one. You get one life, one. You don't want regrets. And you don't want to live your life thinking about what happens on the other side, because, well, you know, it's like buying a lottery ticket, if not worse odds. I work with a lot of people that have faith. Staff, patients, volunteers, and some do have faith. But for some, it's they get out jail free card. They do volunteering. They think God's going to look down on you and give you brownie points. But I don't think it works like that. I think God, she exists, but know exactly what people are like on the inside. I reckon that's how it would work. Let's take Jimmy Savile, for example. No matter how many marathons he ran, how much money he raised, how many times he saw the Pope, Jimmy Savile was always going to hell. When people ask if I have faith, a religion, I say yes. My religion's hypocrisy.
My sister, Lizzie, died today. Well, what a weird thing to say, you know? Because it's true. It sounds the beginning of a poem that your teacher will read in English class or something. My sister Lizzie died today! Dun, dun, dun! Yes! It's not like we didn't expect it. She's been missing like for months. And even before she was always in and out, running away and shit. So my mom and I were always like, yeah, Lizzie's gone. It's not like we say it to each other on a daily basis. Or even said it at all. But it was just there, hanging in the air. Lizzie's gone. Don't. Maybe this was different. No, it represents. It's, what did you call it?
Declarative sentence.
Yes, a declarative sentence. I think. Anyway, now it's a kind of sentence with a period at the end of it. Lizzie's gone. Period. And it's funny, you know. I didn't cry with it. And I feel really bad because, well, you're supposed to cry when people die, but honest to God, all I can think about is if I were going to jump on the bridge like her, I want to do it in the middle of July. That's what up, right? To be thinking about it instead of being sad, well, I will do it in November.
You've seen that video on Facebook that everyone's putting up? You know, the one where the water bottle starts talking back to the woman?
No, I'm not on Facebook.
Oh. That's funny. I tried searching for you one time, but couldn't find you, and I just thought maybe you were, like, invisible.
No, I mean, we would have been friends by now. I mean, I would have friended you by now.
Sure. What's the objection to Facebook? Actually, never mind. I'm tired of hearing the objection to Facebook.
I mean, I was on it a while back when I was a freshman, but then my mum got on it because I was on it, and she started to reconnect with her high school friends. After a while, she started to reconnect with her high school sweetheart, and one thing led to another. She left my dad for him.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, she left her dad a year and a half ago to be with him.
To be with her childhood sweetheart?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I feel like she's a terrible, terrible person. That's how I
for a year and a half.
I mean, she came to visit us when there were things going on in the family, but I didn't talk to her. I didn't even want to see her.
Well, you know, for some reason I like picture that you came from like a perfect family. You know, like where you're all super close and happy and you all kind of wear like matching glasses.
No, I'm the only one with the glasses.
You probably should go and visit her at some point.
I'm not interested.
So, you want to see this?
I think he thought I was a virgin, which I'm not. But I mean, not a virgin. But when he came back in the living room with the bed in, he was starkers. And I thought, lie there. But then I thought, maybe that's just what he does. Sean, the mate, sleeps in the nude. It never occurred to me that the thing you could do until I stopped around this. Well, a lot. Hadn't occurred to me until I stopped around this. Anyway, so I was sitting down on the sofa, and he dropped the duvet and the pillow next to me. The duvet didn't have a cover on it. The thing that goes through her head. Mom would never give someone a duvet without a cover on it. And he was just there. No, what? And I was kind of, and he put his hand out and stroked the back of my head. You know, just softly. And I was actually nice.
When I was 5, I thought you were part of the Secret Service. You see, I know that sounds daft, but that's what Mum told me, so I believed her. She told me that you were my dad, and that if anyone were to find out, it would put us all in jeopardy. So I told no one, and I believed that for years. What a twat, eh? I used to actually see you around town, and smirk to myself and just think that how stupid that everybody else was and how clever that we were because we both knew the truth. I have been thinking about this moment for years. What I would say, what you would say back, where we would be, what I'd be wearing. I'd have a crumpled up letter in my hand, in this hand. I'll be wearing my favourite jeans, I mean, they have got a hole in them, but they're still really nice, And then you would read my letter, and you would cry. You would let out a really fucking pathetic cry, but you just would, wouldn't you? And then you might suggest the old cheeky secret breakfast each fortnight. The odd Saturday down the park, bit of footy maybe some cricket. Maybe even suggest go camping. I've never even actually done that. You see? And then, perhaps, when the time was right, I was kind of hoping that you and Mum might talk. You know, nothing deep, just a bit of small talk. Maybe even a little Christmas card. That kind of thing, that's what people were meant to do. I came here today to find out what kind of man that my father was. And I've come to realise there is nothing that you could possibly give me that I don't already have. I don't want to be friends, Tom. I don't want to be family. I don't even want to be colleagues. I am happy to just carry on being good.
Wait, so you actually bought Alex Griffin's new book?
No, it was a book party, so I bought the book.
You don't like it, do you?
No, she's actually a really good writer, you know. She captures something about the uncertainty of being our age. I cried twice.
Are you getting your period?
No, I'm not.
What are you doing?
Just throwing out some old clothes I've been meaning to get rid of for a long time.
Why aren't you giving it to charity?
I don't think poor people need my shitty old clothes on top of everything else.
Well, I love that dress.
This one,
Don't throw it away.
you can have it if you want. I don't know what size it is, it might be tight.
Okay. Marnie, I did the craziest thing at this free game.
Can we talk about this later? I'm kind of doing this right now.
Okay. Are you mad at me?
No, Hannah, not at all.
Because it kind of feels like you're mad at me.
I pay all the bills in the apartment. Does that not give me one day off from not talking about you?
Okay. Wow.
As it happens, I don't always want to talk about you and your problems.
Okay. Wow.
You sort of like push everyone about everything all the time.
I push everyone.
Why do you always eat my yogurt? Don't look at me like I just said something awful, because I really haven't.
Marnie, we don't always talk about my problems. We talk about your problems. And it's been like that the whole time. You know? It's always what's right about Charlie, and then it's what's wrong about Charlie, and how you'll never find anyone. And then we have to talk and make a game plan in like a summit or something, so you can feel better.
Okay, you just flipped this around in a really crazy way. I'm the one that has the right to be mad here. I'm taking a really brave chance discussing my feelings.
Well, maybe it's better if you have a conversation about something while it's actually happening, so then we can avoid these overall conversations.
Okay, then I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Well, I do.
Well, now I don't.
Well, now I need closure.
Oh God, you are so selfish. This is why you have no friends from preschool.
Hey, I have a lot of friends from preschool. I'm just not talking to them right now.
You judge everyone, and yet you ask everyone not to judge you.
That is because no one can hate me as much as I hate myself. Okay, so any bad thing anyone has possibly thought about saying to me, I've already said to myself, about myself, probably in the last half hour.
Well, that is bullshit, because I could literally think of a million mean things that have never once occurred to you.
Like what?
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Honestly, Marnie, you are so obsessed with success and who's who and how they got what. You know what? I was looking at you at Tally's Griffin last night. You were looking at her, and you were probably wishing she was your best friend, so you could go and talk about your new best friend on fresh air.
I like being around people who know what they want.
What? People like you? Because what do you really want more than a boyfriend with a luxury rental? That is where your priorities lie, and it's always been this way. Now it's even worse.
Do you know what? You are worse. I literally cannot take you anymore. You think everyone in the world is out to humiliate you. You're like a big, ugly fucking wound.
Adam says you're on the edge of teetering of a psychotic breakdown. I am not the wound. You are the wound.
No, I'm not the wound. You're the wound.
You're the wound.
You are the wound.
You are the wound.
Stop saying that. I'm not the wound. You are the wound.
You know, I went to Mom's the other day just to check out on her and stuff. Walked in and she sits in the coffin, middle of the living room, when she's watching Have I Got News for You? And she's laughing, sitting it, laughing. And I just thought, God, I can't cope with this. I can't do this. I was looking at her, and I miss her. Don't know what I'm going to do. It hurts behind my eyes. Got this stupid eczema. My mouth keep tasting of blood, and it's not bleeding gums because I thought it must be. And I went to the dentist.
to know what I am? I don't know, okay? When I was at uni and I finally decided I'd do it and come out, all these people were hugging me and were proud of me and said how brave I was. And suddenly people were touching me and I was wearing different clothes. And I was part of a scene. Even walking differently. And people said that the real me was emerging. That I had been repressed. And so I thought, I must have done the right thing back then. But it didn't feel like that to me. I had to make more of an effort than before. And yes, I fancied men. A lot. But I didn't get why that changed anything other than who I wanted to fuck. Why did it matter? Gay, straight,